All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Tuesday, Wednesday. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And yeah, guys, is Bitcoin about to get the next move? We're going to be talking about the elephant in the room, which is this rising wedge, which typically is a bearish pattern as we are coming to basically come to that very key support that we were talking about all day yesterday. Are we going to reject from here or no? We're going to be discussing that and more today. As usual, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 United States dollars Tether. All right. And a huge shout out, first of all, to all the sponsors of the channel: Market Cipher, of course, MEXC, BLOFIN, Apex, and the Casper Crew VIP Discord, guys. The Casper Crew VIP Discord. You know, we have been taking these juicy trades. The long trade from yesterday, given in advance. The short trade that I'm currently in this morning, we took that one in the Casper Crew. And look, the thing is right now, this falling wedge breaking down, the way I'm treating this, guys, is like a hedge. All right, I'm hedging myself against the long trades that I'm already in. Reason being is because, you know, I don't want to lose profit if we get a fast move to the downside. These are not high probability trade setups. Most of the time, these things simply fake out and then pump. So right now, I'm risking about 700 bucks on this short trade as an insurance policy against my long trade. All right, that's how we're doing it right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Give me 1 second here. I gotta fix some settings. And it looks like we are getting a bit of a reversal here. Give me un segundo, guys, here. Un segundo. That's a little Espanol for you. All right, there we go. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to Ed Balboa. He says, I need to be working. Shout out to Slice Up. He says, what's good? Shout out to Kat. He says, Jason, thanks for streaming. Of course, my man. Hedging, LOL. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack! Yeah, I'm hedging against my current long, right? I'm hedging against my current long. You gotta think of it this way, Jack. All right, let's think of it this way, Jack. If you're in a long trade from here, and you're forming a bearish pattern, and you know there's lots of liquidity below here, and you know we're in a downtrend, and the 4 hour starting to form a top with money flow coming out, and you don't want to close your long trade, and you know that if you put your stop loss above here, you're only going to risk $700, but you're up in profit $7,700. That means if my short gets stopped out, I pay $700 of my profit to ensure that I'm not going to lose money. But let's say all the bearish signs play out and we do this. Well, then I'm losing $7,000. Okay, so it's more risky for me not to short here than to short. Because if I'm shorting and I'm risking $700 to protect my $7,000, and if I don't short, I'm risking $7,000, it makes more sense to open up the short. You see how that works, Jack? Shout out to Intercipher Gaming. Shout out to Adizro. He says, let's give a like. Yeah, let's give a like, all right? Because we will be giving away 1,000 USDT if we can get 1,000 likes. Bitcoin hasn't started yet, Jack. Hasn't started pumping. Well, let's see, bro. That's what's so great about being a trader, right? We're long, I'm in multiple long trades right now. Okay. These long trades set up given in the Casper crew yesterday. All right. We're in multiple long trades, but we recognize there's some bearish signs on the chart. So what do? We protect our capital. We protect our capital. We do everything we can do to make sure that we're in the most advantageous situation possible. All right. And also, Brett, I do want to say this, my friend. All respect to you. He says, just hodl. This is not spot, bro. This is leverage trading, all right? This is totally separate from spot. So my portfolio of crypto, hodl. I haven't sold. I'm 20% out, all right? At 60K. So open up your mind, Brett PG, all right? Open up your mind, my friend. We're here to make money, all right? We're not here for our hodl ideologies and all this kind of stuff. We're here to make money, my bro. So imagine if you could hodl, and every time we get a little pullback, you could make money. And on the side, you could trade the lower term time frames to make even more money. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Brett. He's been long since 2012. I've been long since 2016. All right, been long since 2016. Shout out to French Toaster. Shout out to Crypto Tradester. Shout out to Juicy Butt Cheeks. Does both your courses include Market Cipher? No. Unfortunately, they don't. They don't include Market Cipher. But here's the thing, guys. I am planning to do a free trading course in 2025 in the winter, or maybe the fall of this year, for free on YouTube, live streaming. So get ready for that. Shout out to Royal Spice. Shout out to... Oh, man, I'm going to pronounce it. Oh, okay. Melissa. Shout out to Melissa. Melissa. Shout out to Melissa. Did I say it right, Melissa? Shout out to French Toaster. Shout out to OG Blockchain. All right. Shout out to Intercipher Gaming. Brett says we'll see a top in October 11th, 2025. Man. Would not surprise me, bro. Would not surprise me at all. All right. This was the top for the cycle. Prove me wrong. Well, Chris Cal, I have to say that there's a lot of evidence right now you could make a really good case that the top is in for the cycle. You could make that case. All right. Shout out to Walking Crypto Trader. Shout out to Random Stuffs TV. Shout out to Walking Crypto Trader. He says, you got me walking on the treadmill, working out, risking 1 to 5% max per trade. That's the way to do it, man. The treadmill, the working out. Am I still feeling bearish? I feel the exact same chop cone as I've been feeling, right? The top is either in or close to being in, right? But just based on our historical data here, the top is either in or close to being in. I'm hoping we have a double top like we did last cycle, right? And as long as, here's my line in the sand. My line in the sand for Bitcoin is, does the monthly market cipher B momentum come below that 60 line, all right? That is the line in the sand for me. We still have some time before that happens. I'm hoping that we hold support there. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Aaron G. He's got a busy day, but he's just popping in to drop a like. God bless you, Aaron G. Thank you so much for popping in. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to V. Time to get a treadmill. Shout out to Simo. Shout out to Dave Bassett. And shout out to Bullish on Parade, the winner of our last $500 giveaway. All right, let's see if we can get some people into the stream today. All right, so let's discuss a few things here. We're gonna pop on over to TradingView. The Bitcoin cycle is broken, says Memory Man. It's a possibility. Shout out to Crypto Pump It, man. He says J-Boy Master slongs it like a professional pro trader, best trader on the planet. Take his course. Are you talking about me or are you talking about J-Boy? We got J-Boy in here. Alright. Shout out to My Crypto Goods. Oh, you're FGE in the Discord. Okay, cool, man. I didn't know that. Oh, nice. My Crypto Goods. I didn't even know that, bro. Shout out to Mark Santos. Shout out to Mark Santos. Alright, so let's pop on over to TradingView here, and let's just understand what's happening. So again, on the monthly time frame, we've got the confirmed bearish divergence, which historically speaking means the top is either in or close to being in. All right, in the past, we've seen the monthly bear divs be the top once. The first monthly bear div was the top. Second cycle, monthly bear div was the top. Third cycle, monthly bear div, you could say was the top of the cycle for a number of different reasons if we're comparing Bitcoin to the dollar and just the overall economic environment beyond crypto. But then we got the double top, giving us the double drive of bearish div on the monthly, and that was when we really topped out. And then of course, every single time, what we can say for certain is once the momentum on the monthly time frame loses this white line right here, 60, that's where the real drop happens, right? We lose it, bam, we get the drop. We lose it here, and bam, we get the drop. So as long as we don't see the blue waves cross this line, we're still in the clear for consolidation and or more upside, right? This to me is a big line in the sand as to when I will FOMO out of my spot position. Not all, of course, but here's the thing. I have a goal for this market cycle, a financial goal, and I will not allow myself to not reach that goal of realized profit, all right? You got to have goals. Otherwise, you're just going to hold stuff. It'll go up and it'll go down. You got to have goals, all right? So we come over to the 2 monthly. Again, the context is we have done something, a bearish sign, which we have never done in the history of Bitcoin ever, which is a bearish shooting star candle on the 2 monthly. And depending on how the next 24 days goes, depending on how this month of August goes, could really actually have us starting to print a bear div on the 2 monthly time frame. All right, now we go to the weekly, and what do we see? Momentum is coming out, money flow coming lower. But this is where we start to see signs of a potential reversal, right? If this weekly momentum wave gives us a green dot, I do believe we can continue to trade in this range, which we've been in for a billion years, all right? We also have to recognize the fact that we are bouncing right now from a major zone of support. This support resistance flip, which ironically was the Fibonacci golden pocket, the 618 from the low to the high. Look at that. And that same level is the Fibonacci golden pocket from the low to the high here. All right. So those Fibonacci golden pockets are, let's clear up this chart here. Let's clean everything up. Isn't that interesting to see that the price found resistance at the 618 and then support at the 618, and those were both just that support resistance flip right here. And so this is a very key zone of support because, you know, just generally speaking, when we take this line back, bam. And let's go ahead and make it verde. It's a pretty key zone. I mean, in general, this was support in 2021, resistance in 2021, consolidation, resistance, and now acting as support. Right now, when we come to the daily, this is where things are starting to look like we could get more upside. Because as we are coming down to, well, not as we are coming down to, but as we are holding this support, we are once again forming another drive of bullish divergence here, right? Now, these daily bearish divergences have been much more powerful than the bullish divergences, but nonetheless, all these bearish divs give us a big move to the downside. These bullish divs do give us significant retracements. If we get another green dot here in the daily, well, we could see us come up back to test some of these higher prices. And if you guys remember, yesterday, we were looking at the potentiality of a move to fill this CME gap that we have up here at around $63,000. Right? So if we take a look at our chart again, and we pull our fib from the high to the low, and that CME gap is coming in right around that $62,800 level, we can see we have a really nice confluence for more movement to the upside here to come and tap into that area at around $62,800. And so within the next few days, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe in May, I don't know, we start to get this bull div that will give us that push to the upside. Once we get that push to the upside, I am of the opinion that this is going to be a line in the sand. Now let's see, this is a a very important zone, because as we can see, it's the value area low of the macro range. It's the golden pocket, and it's that CME gap. And so this really could be a place around that 63K where we put in another lower high and continue with the downtrend. Right? Right. I'm just going to keep telling myself, right, you know. The more I assert my own rightness, the more right I feel. The more I assert my own rightness, the more right I feel. So this is what's important right now on the macro, all right, on the macro. Now we come to the local, and remember the context is we've bounced from a very, very key zone of support, and the bounce has been, well, forming this bearish wedge pattern here, all right, this bearish wedge pattern, and we are rejecting right now from $57,000. Okay, so we formed this bearish wedge pattern and we're rejecting from 57. If you were on the stream yesterday, 57 was the key level. Why was $57,000 the key level? Let's talk about why. 57,000 is a very key level, because if we're going to look at the last 4 years of Bitcoin trading, that $57,000 level is the value area high of this whole entire range here, right? So 57,000 is massive area of resistance, and confluence with that is going to be the yearly value area low coming in right around 58 something, right? So we had this box up here from yesterday of a very, very important area of resistance, and as we're coming up to that area of resistance, well, we are forming a bearish pattern. So the question is this bounce going to continue? And for me right now, the line in the sand as to whether or not this bounce will continue is to see what happens when Bitcoin comes back down to test this zone right here between the golden pocket and the 786. Because the bearish target of this wedge, if we're going to reach our target, we might not. We might just keep pumping, right? Bitcoin loves to fake out patterns. But let's assume this is going to break down right now. For all intents and purposes, the target of this wedge to the downside is going to be these lows here at the golden pocket. And so if we can hold a higher low here, well, that technically is a local change of market structure. Nothing on the 1 hour time frame, right? Nothing on the 1 hour time frame. But like, I would want to come above this high before we start saying we have a real sign of strength. But a local sign of strength is simply just, you know, making this kind of like low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, and now we come back down for the retest. This is a very key zone that we need to hold. If we don't hold that golden pocket, then we're looking down to that high volume node of this range over here, right? If we don't hold a higher low, then the next place to look for the bounce is going to be at 47.2, because 47.2 is the highest volume node that we have throughout the entire last 4 years of Bitcoin trading. It's a very key level, a very key level. And if we go to like our 4 hour time frame, you could see how, let's say we do come down to what was it again? I don't even remember. Was it 47.2? Let's say we come down to 47.2. You can see the potentiality here of a bullish divergence forming on the 4 hour time frame. If, let's say, we get a move down, it takes us some time, and then we come down here with a big old wick, but our 4 hour starts to look like this, with the money flow getting higher, then you could see, okay, this could be a nice bounce right here, right? This could be the nice bottom, right? This was a first bottom, then we get a nicer bottom here, and maybe, eventually, that could give us something like this, right? But of course, this is hypothetical. We have to take it as it comes. But the next key level to be looking for that long is going to be that 47.2, that high volume node. We don't want to forget about these high time frame levels, guys. We got to keep these on our charts. These high time frame levels, we got to keep them on our charts here, right? So, shout out to the Casper crew, because, you know, we are in that long trade from yesterday. This one right here that we took from 54.5, that setup was given in advance in the Casper crew. Actually, I told people that I was in the trade. Boyan gave it in advance because he wakes up early to stream for London Open. And then this morning, the current short trade that I'm in, I told people why I was entering this trade and my plan for it and everything of that nature. Shout out to the Casper crew, the best trading community in the world. You can check it out at jasoncaspertrading.com. Also, if you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, my two go-to exchanges are MEXC and BLOFIN. BLOFIN does not require KYC nor VPN. MEXC is the best deal on fees in the game. Make sure to check them out if you are interested. All right, let's check out our super chats here. And thank you so much to all the super chats. Shout out to Adrian. What's my opinion? Are we still in a bull market? My opinion is, all right, as long as we are above the 60 line on market Cipher B on the monthly, I would say, yeah, we're still in a bull market. All right. I'd say yes, we're still in a bull market. We don't have any major signs of weakness. You know, we don't have a daily close or a candle close below 52K. You know, that would be our first market structure break, I would say, would be a close below 52K. So I'd say we're still in the bull market. I'm acting like we're still in the bull market. I have not sold any more of my spot Bitcoin, all right? So I've been very public about my selling 20% of my portfolio holdings at 60K after buying aggressively under 20K. And my next sell spot is going to be $80,000 for right now, unless that monthly candle, monthly market Cipher B, I should say, closes below that 60 line on market Cipher B. Then yeah, I'm still going to be looking for higher prices. I'm going to be assuming that we get one last big hurrah, one last big push here. I find it hard to believe the top is in, just based on overall market sentiment and these types of things. But we can never know for certain, which is why I have a plan to get out in the event of a dump or in the event of a pump, right? Because as I said before, I don't know what the future holds, but I have goals for this bull run. I have goals for this this market cycle. I have goals, okay? So there's a certain amount of fiat money that I must have at the end of this market cycle, and I'm not going to let myself miss out on any of that, all right? So shout out to Chip Chocolate. What's the Discord? The Discord is jasoncaspertrading.com. All right, it's the best trading community in the world. I mean, look, I say this, obviously I'm a little bit biased here, but what can you expect to find in the Discord? You can expect to find a complete beginner's course in here. A complete beginner's course right over here with videos and assignments to turn in so that you know what you're doing here. This course alone will keep you from getting wrecked. We have something called The Journey. The Journey is a spot trading project here to teach you the basics of trading on spot, compounding an account slowly over time. All right, it's great for beginners. We have 3 instructors in here that live stream every single day. We've got multiple streams myself where I'm giving my trade setups and all these kinds of things. Boyan doing the same thing in here. K-Pax doing the same thing in here. And these guys are some of the best traders in the world. Honestly, I think that. And White Phoenix, also one of the best, doing the same exact thing, all right? Plus, we have a thriving community. Like, you will not find another Discord where, there's so much chat in here. Look, it's 11:10 right now, and people are chatting, all the time, right? Even, throughout all times. An hour ago, this is an hour ago. This is just all people in here having a good time, right? No other Discord is this active. 5:30 in the morning, 5:33 in the morning, 5:33, 5:33, 5:39. No other Discord is this active, man. I'm telling you. Plus, we've got an advanced channel where only vetted TAs can post their stuff in here. It's a great community. Look, that's the Discord. Alrighty, $56,100 Bitcoin right now. It's been a slow move, but you know, we have to be prepared for a little bit of a back test here, a little bit of a move to the downside based on our wedge. We can go to 63K. I think we can go to 63K. I think we can go to 63K. All right, shout out to Divine Hood about the Japanese markets are tanking and stuff like this, and wars and rumors of wars. Yeah, things could get pretty intense pretty quick. Is this my first cycle of what? Of Anavar? Or of Bitcoin? I have been in Bitcoin since 2016. So in 2016, I put about $45,000 into Bitcoin when it was 600 bucks. That's how I was able to basically buy a little farm. And I've been trading since 2018. So I guess this is technically my third cycle. Shout out to Enjoy Money. Am I fearful? No, I'm not fearful at all, honestly. No matter what happens, I'm not fearful. I trust in God. You know, I trust in God, and I trust that no matter what happens, He will provide everything I need for me, myself, and my family. Alright, shout out to Chip Chocolate. Had to wake up early for his key level. Shout out to Crypto Pump It. Shout out to Roddy El Gallo. Alright, Memory Man says they're just pushing the little guy out of the market and it's working. Man, I hope that's the case, honestly. How often do I pay myself? Clinton Long, all the time, man. I'm always withdrawing profits. I keep my trading account small. You know, only enough money in there for 1 or 2 trades usually. I'm a big fan of always withdrawing profits. Putting it in cold storage. You know? If that's what you mean by that. Alright, shout out to, what was I using before Market Cipher? A whole bunch of indicators all smashed together. Shout out to Cryptoverse. Discord link is in the description. JasonCasperTrading.com. Shout out to JBoy Bullish. He says, "Fear not, do not fear" is the most used phrase in the Bible. How was my first cycle ever for Bitcoin? My first cycle for Bitcoin was amazing because I did not expect to make that much money that quick. When I got into Bitcoin, I thought, okay, I'll put this in, and maybe in a few years we'll be able to have a decent, a really good opportunity to buy a property. Like I was looking down the road, but it happened very quick. So it was a good experience. And if it weren't for that, I never would have gotten into trading. And honestly, trading is better than hodling Bitcoin. I have to be honest with you guys. If I had to pick one, trading or hodling, I would pick trading every single time. Because trading, you could come in, you could be all about it for a few months. Doesn't matter what the market's doing. It could be a bear market, a bull market, a nothing market. You could come in, be in the zone. You could make some money, and then you could just forget it and go out and do whatever. As opposed to hodling is so dependent on what's happening in the market. And then you got to worry about like it's just I love trading more. I love trading more. You know, we're Americans. We want instant gratification. Why do you want to wait 4 years when you could wait 4 minutes on a low time frame? You know what I'm saying? How's my first cycle on gear? I don't know. I've never taken anything like that. Alright, shout out to Divine Hood. Trading wins every time. Yeah, I love trading, you know. Chip Chocolate, you know as well. Like, there's something, it's a totally different thing. Trading and investing and holding crypto and like being into crypto is totally different than trading. They're two different things. Like, to be honest with you, I love crypto because of how much money Bitcoin's made me in the past, but I'm not even married to crypto anymore. I'm much less of a crypto person now than I was. I know a lot of people hate that. People preaching the Bitcoin gospel, you know, the crypto gospel is going to lead to our freedom and decentralization is going to help us, but, you know, I don't believe any of that stuff. I'm just here to make a little money. I would trade anything. I like charts, all right? I don't like crypto. I like charts. I like charts. Let's put it that way. Trend hard and eat cleanse, says Splashfire Films. My opinions on the recession fear and upcoming rate cuts and money printing. I don't even know, El Thoro. I don't know. I'm too stupid for this, okay? I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'm not going to sit here and say I believe one thing or another. I don't know. And that's another thing I like about trading. Who even cares? You know? If you're a trader, who even cares? Trading is great because you can be dumb like me and not know and not care what's going to happen with the wars and the economy and the recession rumor and all this stuff. Who knows and who cares? You know, we're here on the low time frames making some money here and there. That's all that matters, you know? At least that's how I look at it. So, plus one for trading, all right? Is it true trading is the hardest job in the world? So, Mr. Moon, yeah, like, I'll be honest, trading is a difficult thing to do for a number of reasons. It's difficult if you are not abiding by your rules and you're getting wrecked and it's your own fault and you know it, and it's a very difficult psychological place to be. It can lead to some serious issues in life, and then even when you're winning, when you're crushing the markets, it can be very, very stressful. Not because it's scary, all right? There's a difference between, like, stress is just when you do stuff in life. Like when you work out, it's stress on your body, right? You can't go too hard working out without having like a crash. It's the same with trading. Like when you're winning, when you're in the zone, when you're in the groove, and you're at the charts every day, and you're making a lot of money, it can cause you to have some of the similar issues, like insomnia, and you can't stop thinking about the charts, and you can't stop looking at the charts, and you can't focus on anything else in your life, and it doesn't really give you the freedom that it's supposed to give you because you become like a slave to it. And I'm sure a lot of that's personality stuff as well, but for me, it's a very stressful thing. But here's you know, I've gotten to a point, I think now, where I'm comfortable listening more to my body and my mind and my mental state and my emotions and all this to know when I should be trading like a maniac and when I should be trading less. All right, and I think the key with trading is balance, and it's very, very difficult to attain balance in something that can make you a lot of money or lose you a lot of money, and there's no time constraints on it, right? 24/7, the market's always moving, there's always another trade. Yeah, let's just put it that way. All right. Shout out to the Walking Crypto Trader. I did a 100 push-ups challenge and did 3 days in a row. And you got a ganglion cyst on your right hand. Oh no. Yeah, time to heal, man. What's the best way to learn trading and knowing what trade to get in on, MJ? Honestly, so I recommend taking some kind of a course, all right? I have trading courses on my website. I do plan on doing a free trading course either later this year or next year. And or in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, there's a beginner's course in there, and the journey. Honestly, Casper Crew Discord, you can learn a lot in there, like a lot. But I would take some kind of course. The reason is because you want to get the information step by step, right? Like trading is something you need to build upon. So if you start here, but you negated down here, you're gonna run into issues down the road. All right. All right, Peace goes to failure in every set. Man, that's not bad to go to failure in every set, as long as you recover. All right, as long as you recover. Trading will always be better than working a 9 to 5. That's true, that's true. But another thing is, like, it depends on everyone's situation as well, right? It depends on everyone's situation. Some people might have to do it in order to pay the bills. You know, it's best to get into a place where you don't have to do it, where you do it because you want to do it. Yeah, shout out to Chip Chocolate with his spot-on accuracy. Yeah, bro, that is crazy. I saw that. I shouted that out yesterday. I don't know if you were here for that, but the Chip Chocolate level, man, does not disappoint. Do I use pitchforks? I don't, but Divine Hood does. All right, Divine Hood does. What's my next move on Bitcoin? So here's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin right now, okay? My two potential moves right now to make are either going to be nothing or looking for a bounce around this area here, right? I'm looking for a long around this area or nothing. Or potentially maybe maybe if we pump up a little higher here, I might actually look for a short and the fake out of this. Those would really be my only two trades right now. Really looking to short from around this zone here, looking to long from around this zone right here, and I'm seeing if this falling, this rising wedge is going to break us to the downside. To look for that bounce here, right? Which case I can compound this long here, which is a quite small position. You know, I'm easing into these longs here. I'm only $120,000 on the long side. Well, that's about equal to my shorts, I guess. I've got about $200,000 on shorts and about $120,000 on longs right now. Let's see what happens. All right, shout out to Chip Chocolate, also looking for a long from that area. How long did it take me to become profitable? It took me 3 years, but it doesn't have to take you 3 years to become profitable. You know, if I could go back in time, I've made so many videos about this, about just the secrets to trading, you know, these stupid clickbait titles, but they're legit, even though they're clickbait. They're legit, like, here, let me pull up some stuff for you, all right? All right, let me pull up some stuff for you. You know, I've realized something. I don't know. If you go to my YouTube channel and I'm not live, it's usually there. Oh yeah, here we go. The #1 trading secret. All right, check out this video, #1 trading secret. I'll post it in the chat. If you just follow what this video says, honestly, if you follow what this video says, you won't wreck yourself. Like, you won't blow your account, honestly. All right. So check out this video. Trading was hard until I discovered this secret. Legendary long trade from $15,500. All right. This was crazy. Do you guys remember back in the day when you put like 5 Bitcoin on a trade and it wasn't even $100,000? That was crazy times.
All right, y'all. So I want to address something.
Of course, this was USDT. But yeah, check out this video from a year ago. Wow, a year ago. Nah, this is 2 years ago now. This is close to 2 years ago. You know? This gives you all the secrets, all right? Right here. Here they are. 5 steps to become profitable as a trader. All right? Make sure to check it out. All right, make sure to smash the likes, guys. We got 1,000 people in here. We only got 300 likes. Yeah, I remember that Fit Genius 618. Bitcoin was at like 16K, lowest volatility in history. Bitcoin, that was like December, right? 2022. I remember that. Yeah, I was waiting so long for that trade. That trade that I was in that video. In fact, the see if I can. I waited so long for that trade. Yeah, so that long trade that I was in that video from the exact bottom, I waited for like a long time for that trade, and I posted in my Discord, I'm like, the only long I'm interested in is a CDW into that daily level. This is the only long I was interested in to come down to that $15,500 area, and I waited so long for that trade. We did nothing. Look at this. This is what you're talking about, man. Just nothing, 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 like. And then finally we got that dip. Bam! Right into the trade, baby. Right into the trade, baby! Man, I did not like those times. But I'll tell you, speaking of memory lane, some of my best times and my funnest times in crypto was spring of 2022. This was some of my most profitable and funnest times from like March to June 2022, because these drops were massive. I remember just the shorts were massive. I was making like, you know, if you go back and watch my live streams, I'm making like 10K, 8K a day, just like day after day, just like holding these trades. It's just crazy. The drops were relentless, you know? And I think the most epic, when did FTX go down? This candle right here, I think was my most epic day of trading ever. Not the most money I ever made trading, but the most epic day, because there was like I took a short and a long, and they were like massive profits. I was live streaming from my mom's closet because I was at my parents' house, and I couldn't stop trading. But this right here, this candle right here, we shorted this level, set up given in advance, and then longed this. All right, so we came down. It's 1 2-hour candle, right? We dumped 18%, and then we bounced 11% within 4 hours. That was the most epic day of trading ever, I think. And that was when FTX, I didn't even know what was happening with FTX. There were like rumors coming out. I had no idea what was going on. I'm just trading my plans, just trading the dang charts. That was so epic. Man, I gotta go back and find that live stream. Sometimes I watch my old live streams to get me stoked on trading again. Enough down memory road here. Sorry about that, guys. You know, but I'm sure a lot of you guys remember that. You know, trading is like charts. Looking at charts is like smelling a smell or hearing a song. You know, it brings back, like, when I look at the chart, I remember the things I was doing at the time of that period of my life. You know, you guys know, right? Can I show my market Cipher B settings? They're just the stock settings, guys. Nothing fancy, just the stock settings. All right. Nothing crazy. Shout out to Enjoy Money. I was shorting the famous Caroline 24 USD FTT level, one of my best shorts ever. Yeah, I missed out on FTT. I was shorting Bitcoin, and everyone in the chat was like, FTT, easy money right now, easy money, easy money. And I wasn't paying attention enough to capitalize on that, you know. But those are some good shorts. Shout out to Simps. Shout out to Passive Income. 54,370 is the first target. Yeah, so 54,370. If we take a look at the daily time frame here, and zoom in, then actually I'm looking at 54K right around here is the first target, because we have this daily 53.9 right around there. 53.9 would be an interesting target. And also another thing about 53.9, I think, well, there's a few compliments there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we also have some other levels there. Actually, that's a pretty key level. I'd say 54K is a pretty key level. So don't be surprised if we bounce to 54K for a number of reasons, but I say it's a daily level and it's a 0.5 Fibonacci-ish around that zone. 0.5 Fibonacci itch. You ever get that Fibonacci itch? I get the Fibonacci itch all the time, and sometimes the Fibonacci rash comes along with the itch. It can be an itchy rash, all right? What's with all the adverts? I don't know, that guy. I don't know. You gotta ask YouTube about that, man. You gotta ask YouTube about that. I was really hoping we get some juicy price action today, guys. You know, I was hoping that yesterday too. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of a dumperoni and queso coming on in here. All right. Yeah, Fit Genius, we got that weekly VWAP there as well. I know. Limit order at 53K. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I know. Let's get that drop. Come on. It's 11:30 a.m. New York has opened. Let's get that drop. Come on, baby. Come on. We can compound our long trade here, and let's see. We're going to shoot for the moon, baby. Shoot for the moon. But maybe we don't drop, right? I don't know. Either way, I don't really care at this point, because no matter what we do, I'll be making money here. How do I balance all this with the family? It's tough, but look, here's the reality. The past few months, I haven't really been trading. I haven't even been streaming. You know, so you gotta have times of going hard and times of not going hard. That's what you gotta do. Shout out to Tony English. He says, can you set up an auto text service paid that gives a live report of your trades? I don't have time to stalk the Discord. I don't know. Maybe I can. Didn't CryptoFace say he was going to do that with like a beeper? Remember the CryptoFace beepers that were going to happen? Man, I'm still waiting for those market Cipher tanks, all right? CryptoFace said he was going to hook it up with a custom Jason Casper tank top. Or not tank top, a jersey. And a Big Butts 28 one, too. So I can have an official Jason Casper uniform. That's going to be cool. Let's check out the 4-hour market Cipher B, guys. Because I do have to say, it does look a little scary on the 4-hour right here. With this money flow coming out over time and this potential trigger wave forming, the 3-hour red dot confirmed. You know? This really does look like it could be setting us up for a lower low with a bull div for a bounce from that 47.2 key level, right? But of course, I'm looking for the bounce from 53K, so we take it one step at a time. But I'm just saying, obviously we could do this and make the higher low into 53K, but we have to be open for this. And I do want to take a look at that daily again, because man, that daily, the daily, look at that yellow oscillator here, looking pretty good. Like, I think within a day or two, if this thing confirms, we could get a bigger push to the upside and fill that CME gap at 63K. 63K. So, what do you say at 63K? Hey, hey. Hey, hey. All right, JC sees 24K. Is Iran not inevitable? World War III, how would Bitcoin survive that? Honestly, who knows? I mean, why does everyone think World War III is bearish for Bitcoin? I mean, maybe initially. But look, we've seen wars happen. We've seen a few, like, intense wars happen the past few years. And hasn't really affected the crypto markets, all right? So, also, if there's wars going on, that typically means currencies are being manipulated and or used as weapons of warfare, i.e. through sanctions and things of this nature. And that would make people want to get out of fiat currency and go into something a little bit more disassociated from nation states, like, you know, crypto, Follow Baba. Am I safe with liquidation at 41.5? I mean, don't ever let yourself get liquidated, bro. No one's ever safe. The government will ban Bitcoin. Well, I don't know. If that happens, if the government's banning Bitcoin, then first of all, as long as people agree to be using it as a means of exchange, it'll all be good. But that would have an effect on it if we're comparing it to the value of the dollar. So yeah, it could be bad, man. You know, lots of possibilities here. Yeah, Bitcoin crashes with geopolitical conflict. Yeah, but it's always temporary, right? It's always a temporary crash. I see bullish CBD on the 1 minute, says my crypto goods. Let's pop over to the order flow chart and see what we got going on. Make sure to smash the likes, guys. We got over 1,000 people in here, 300 likes. I was trying to give away $1,000. Let's see if we can't get the 1,000 likes so we can do some kind of giveaway. We'll go to the TR chart. Yeah, I don't really like it because it's happening on a decrease of open interest. It seems like mostly longs closing out, causing the drop in CBD. There are a few shorts opening here. But who knows? Like, maybe it could work out to something. I would be more interested in looking at this kind of deal here. Which case I don't really see bullish CBD. But I don't like the open interest happening here, right? We would want to see like lots of shorts being absorbed. We are seeing some shorts opening up now. Just recently, just as we speak, more shorts are opening up. Okay, we're starting to get an increase of OI here. So yeah, right now, like right here, if we continue to consolidate right here, we are seeing these shorts open up. We are seeing some shorts open up here. So this little chunk right here, very, very locally, we've got some bullish CBD, you could say. Let's see if it gives us a pump. I'm kind of, I'll be honest, if I had to, do I want pump or dump? I don't know. I'm pretty neutral about what I want. I want something crazy to happen, though. I want something crazy to happen. All right, shout out to Black Swan. He says, Jesus is the only savior. But Bitcoin does provide potential for self-sovereignty and to take power from the central government. What made you lose faith in Bitcoin as a peaceful revolution? Just the way it's been so co-opted by the institutions. And the way it's no longer private. You know? Like, it's easier to track Bitcoin transactions than it is to track cash. It's not private. It's not really decentralized as much as we would want it to be. Because there's large groups of people that can really manipulate the price. Now we've got the ETFs. That's why. That's why I don't think, just in general, it's going to be what the original white paper wanted it to be. And I don't think it is that now either. That's why, man. All right. But look, I still hold Bitcoin. I still like Bitcoin. I still hate the government. So, you know. Yeah, it can't be manipulated on a transactional level, so it's better. That's for sure. Is trading ethical since 90% of people lose money? Yeah, of course it's ethical. It's just a way to extract money from money, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you follow my channel and others, then you can do it in a way that's profitable. You know, I don't see anything wrong with it. Airbnb is down 12% today. Interesting. Do I have any videos for order flow charts? I do. I do have videos for order flow charts on YouTube. You know? All right, let's see what happens here with Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Do something crazy. This is a bullish scenario right here. JC, you think trading is usury? You think trading is usury? Okay, that's interesting. Do you know what usury means? It means you're charging people interest when they take out a loan. All right, if you're trading, you're betting on the price. Nobody's charging you interest on your loan. All right, so it's a totally different situation. Also, usury happens against people's will. Trading is free will. Everyone has the free will to trade. All right, if the Federal Reserve is stealing your money by devaluing the currency, and you have no choice but to participate in that system, well, that's unethical. But if you have the free will to take your hard-earned money and participate in things like leverage trading, how is that unethical? You don't have to do it. Yeah, MEXC, I'm using the digital ID for it. I highly recommend it. What is the cascading effect in trading? The cascading effect is when people have stop losses underneath lows. So when you're forming market structure like this, and you have a low, and a lower low, and a lower low, I guess these are all higher lows, right? People are trailing their stop losses underneath here, which means when we start to drop, it triggers a stop loss, and that stop loss makes the price go down, which triggers another stop loss, which makes the price go down, which triggers another stop loss, which makes the price go down, which triggers another stop loss, which makes the price go down. Right? That's the cascade effect. Liquidations causing the price to go down, which trigger more stop losses and liquidations, which cause the price to go down. And it's basically the opposite of a short squeeze. A short squeeze is just you flip the chart upside down. All right? And then in this case, we could see a short squeeze happening because people are shorting this, putting their stop losses above these highs, and then the short squeeze happens, you know? Good combination, gym and trade. Yeah, for sure. For sure, it is the best. Shout out to Justin, who trusted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior 4 years ago today. Praise God, bro. What an amazing thing. Chip Chocolate says trading is a passion, whether or not he makes money. Yeah, trading is a passion thing. I love trading. Could I set up a copy trading account on BLOFIN? I'll have to see. That's something actually to look into. I'll talk to my... I'll see what the options are for that. How did I get $45,000 to invest in Bitcoin in 2016? Hustling, baby. No, look, I've owned businesses since I was in middle school, all right, even though they were unofficial, okay? I've always been an entrepreneur. So the time that I got married to my wife in 2014, I owned a marketing business that did SEO and web design. And my wife also worked a job that made her a pretty good amount of money as well. So we were high prioritizing saving up money to purchase a house. We are big into never being in debt. So we're like, we're not gonna take out this crazy mortgage that's gonna put us in slavery. We're gonna work hard and you know, make sure that we're not debt slaves, you know? So why do people bring up religion every stream? Because I'm a follower of Jesus, and I always talk about religion. All right, I'm a huge Bible thumper. In fact, right now I'm staring at a giant, massive Bible on my trading desk. Right here, let me show you. Here you go. Giant, massive Bible. Okay. Plus, I've also got... my laptop stand is broken, so I'm using books to hold it up. Alright, I've got all these. Mikra Gedulot. It's the whole, you know, the Hebrew Bible with all the commentary. All in Hebrew, guys. Because I'm a huge Hebrew nerd as well. In fact, let me show you guys this thing. Let me show you guys this. Let's show you guys something crazy. You want to see something crazy? I'm going to show you something crazy. Hang on 1 second here. Alright, check this thing out, guys. I don't know if you can see. We'll pull this open here. It's a real Torah scroll. It's a Yemenite Torah scroll. 250 years old. On red deer skin. Pretty crazy. I love this thing. Pretty cool, right? So that's why everyone brings up religion. Alright? I'm usually very open about my faith. So, other people bring it up too, man, because, you know, YouTube channels, you'll find that people attract like-minded people to their YouTube channel. I mean, look, you can see all my biblical books I got up here as well, all right? All right, now we're back on the treadmill, baby. So, you know, all right, how's Bitcoin doing during our scroll tour here? JC, this is like a blatantly false statement, bro. Okay? That's a blatantly false statement. The first people who ever accepted Christ were all from Jewish lineage, bro. Like all the apostles. So that's a silly thing. Alright? A silly thing to say. Alright. Modern day Judaism, as a modern day religion, rejects Jesus as being the Messiah. But to say a certain group of people reject... Now that's silly. Come on, man. Come on! right. All right, JC. Well, you need to. If you're gonna talk like this, my friend, you need to differentiate between using that word as a religion and using that word as an ethnicity, because it is both, which does make it hard to talk about these types of things. But you can't just say that in general, because trust me, in my life, being of the Messianic Jewish faith, like so many people in my circle are Jewish, and we worship Jesus because we know he's the Messiah. All right? So, all right, let's see, baby. Let's get back to the Bitcoin price. Let's get back to the Bitcoin price. Let's check out the order flow. Wow. Bitcoin's pumping, man. Bitcoin is not dumping. Bitcoin is pumping. And actually, we did see some dumb shorts open up at the bottom here, which is causing a bit of a squeeze here on the order flow chart. Look at this. We got a few trap shorts over here. All right, JC, man, I have to be honest with you respectfully, bro. This is a very ignorant view that you hold to. All right, it's a very ignorant view. Okay, because again, you have to differentiate between a religion and an ethnicity. Okay, and then you also have to understand that just because somebody's a certain ethnicity doesn't mean they hold to a certain religious and or political viewpoint. All right. And just because somebody holds to a certain political or religious viewpoint doesn't mean they're a certain ethnicity. All right. So you just got to be very careful with how you talk about that. All right. So we need to be precise with our terminology here. Okay. Yeah, shout out to My Crypto Goods. He called it. He called it. Also, we need to, well, you know, this is not a religious stream here. But here's something else, right? When we talk about the religious faiths or different religions, all right? People have different terms that they use to identify different things. But, you know, I tend to ask myself the question, right? Well, now I'm not even going to go there, right? We've gone there a lot of times in history, okay? Should we buy Crow? Someone wants to know. Yeah, shout out to Preparing for War. That's what we need to do. Let's not involve religion in a crypto stream. Oh, man. Oh, no. Bench press stream? We've done some bench press stream before. JC needs to do his homework before arguing. Okay, my man. All right. Okay. You're right. I'm the most ignorant. The Talmud says Jesus is in hell. Yep, he's in feces in hell. That's what the Talmud says. That is true, all right? That is true. The Talmud does say that. Why don't I use Elliott waves? The reason I don't use Elliott waves is because, to me, it's just too much noise, all right? Too much noise. Too much noise. H-Star wants to know my thoughts on Islam. Well, I'm not gonna go there anymore, but if you want to know, I've talked about it for hours on stream on YouTube to the detriment of my channel. All right. Why do I tiptoe around people who say that? Because here's the thing, JC. Judaism as a modern day religion is a false religion that was invented after the destruction of the temple, because Judaism as it was supposed to be, according to the Bible, could no longer be practiced with no temple. All right? And instead of accepting that Yeshua is the Messiah and that there is a temple and there's a priesthood that preceded the Levitical priesthood operating in heaven right now, they invented a new religion, okay? That's why. But here's the thing. When you conflate a religion with a group of people, that's a big mistake, my friend, all right? Does being American mean you're a Christian? No. Is being Palestinian mean you're a Muslim? No. Does being Indian mean you're a Hindu? No. It doesn't mean that, okay? So there's a group of people who have descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And some of them, a lot of them, believe Jesus, and they know Jesus is the Messiah because that's what the Hebrew scripture says. According to the Hebrew Bible, the Messiah had to come before the destruction of the second temple, according to Daniel 9, 24 through 27, and Malachi 3, 1 and 2. All right? The Lord will suddenly come to his temple. The Messiah will be cut off before the destruction of the second temple. A lot of Jewish people who descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob embraced him as Messiah. They wrote a book that we call the New Testament. All right? And a lot of those people believe in Jesus, and a lot of those people are Hindus and Muslims and a whole bunch of other religions. That's why you have to differentiate between a ethnicity and a religion. Right? A religion is an ideology. Like I said before, the confusion comes, and the reason why we need to be precise is because if I say the word J, how do you know what I mean? Am I talking about an ethnicity? Am I talking about a political ideology that started in the 1800s that has nothing to do with the Bible? Or am I talking about a religion that has developed over the years after the temple was destroyed? That's why we need to be precise in how we talk about that word. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BSK. This guy needs to stop talking about religion and clean his pores. Man, if that ain't the truth, bro, I don't know what is. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what that is. I don't know what is. All right? Oh, look, Luciano says the Council of Nicaea arranged it all, brother. Okay, tell me then, what happened at the Council of Nicaea, since you're such an expert? Without Judaism, there is no Jesus. Yeah, and here's something. So, like, without the covenant that God made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, there's no Messiah. All right? So, without God's plan to save the whole world, he did it by choosing a group of people, and he said, through you guys, I'm going to bring forth the Messiah so that my salvation can go to all nations. All right? This is the good news, the gospel, according to the Bible. Right? So, Judaism was called Judaism in the olden days because that was the religion that people who lived in Judah practiced, right? That's why it was called Judaism, because the people who lived in the land of Judah practiced a certain religion, so it became known as Judaism, all right? That religion is totally foreign from what modern day Jewish people practice as their religion. Completely foreign. It's like day and night, all right? That's another thing we got to realize when we're talking about this. So what should you call to differentiate? You need to, if we're going to be talking about these things, we need to differentiate between Zionism, which is a political ideology, completely political and secular, that has nothing to do with the Bible. Okay, it's a political party, like saying Republicans. All right, then we need to say the Jewish faith, Rabbinic Judaism, which is the religion that most modern day Jewish people practice, right? Then you need to say Jewish ethnicity, like I'm a bloodline descendant of those ancient people. Those are really the three main distinctions we need to make, because if you conflate those three things together, it's only going to lead to trouble, all right? All right, shout out to Jeremy, who's Jewish and follows Jesus. All right. Now, to me, that's true Judaism. That's just like us. All right, that's true Judaism, because you're worshiping the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who has revealed himself in the person of Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. In fact, I would say that modern Rabbinic Judaism is very foreign to what the Hebrew scriptures actually reveal about the God of Abraham, right? The God of Abraham is not the same God that modern Judaism worships. I'll say that boldly, all right? Yeah, the very first Christians were Jewish. Exactly. Yes, because Jesus is the Jewish Messiah. He's the fulfillment of the Hebrew scriptures. So it's, you know, that's... All right. Bitcoin, again, we're waiting for this dump, alright guys? Man, I always wax religious when we're waiting for Bitcoin to dump. Sheesh. Of course the Jewish person would agree that the first Christians were Jewish. I mean, of course they would. So, I like that. Who said that? Jeremy says, I'm Jewish, my wife's not. We'd like to say our daughter is Jew-ish. I like that, you know. All right, what do you guys think? Bitcoin going to dump or pump? What do you think? What do you think? What do you guys think? Pump or dump? Let's take a poll in the chat. Let's take a poll in the chat. Pump or dump? We're gonna take another poll. Actually, let's see how the first poll turned out here. All right. Most people think the bounce is over. Okay, so our short is well. 54% of you think it's over. All right, let's go ahead and start another poll. All right. Pump or dump? Dang, it is my birthday. Someone said happy birthday. Dang it! My birthday's tomorrow, and I'm getting old, guys. All right, let me know, pump or dump? Fake dumpy, then pumpy? I hope so. I hope so. Let's go, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. What's a confirmation that divergence has completely played out? Clinton, we can't really know for certain, but here's what we can know. All right. I would say this. Always, if a divergence is happening and playing out and getting the move, take profits at key levels. And then it doesn't really matter. Okay? Then it doesn't really matter. I'm so old, man. So most people say dump. 62% say dump here. What technicals am I seeing for pump? I'm not really seeing any technicals for pump. The only thing that would make me think we pump is that we fake out we get super bearish here and trap shorts as we are breaking down from this wedge. People think we're going to hit our target and then we reverse on everybody, just like Bitcoin loves to do. But this is a slow, painful move. I mean, we've been 3 hours hanging out in this wedge, right? We've been 3 hours. So what year am I born? I was born in 1990. So that makes me a 90s baby. But you know what's funny is my wife, Big Butts 28, was born in 1989. So I always make fun of her and say she's a decade older than me. An 80s baby. What's better, take profits at key levels or consistently take 20% on every 50% increase? The forced miner, I always take profits at key levels. That's how I do it. I always take profits at key levels. Because you're not guaranteed, well, you're not guaranteed anything, but you can say it's more probable that we hit a key level than it is to say, now that I'm in a trade, we're going to get a 50% move. You know what I'm saying? Like, there might not be any technical reason to expect a 50% move, but there is a technical reason to expect a key level. All right. So Aaron G says wedge fake out. That's the only bullish thing here is the wedge fake out. And so my game plan right now, guys, is I opened up this head short. All right. This morning, I opened up this head short in case of the dump. But as you can see here, wow, I already got paid a funding fee. I made $3 holding this short. I'm going to lose $700 here if I get stopped out of this trade. And for me, the reason why I took this short here is because my two choices now are either we pump and I lose $700, but I'm still up $7,000, or we dump and instead of losing my $7,000 on the way down, I'm making money on the short, right? So I could make $7,000 on my short if we come back down to this box here. That'll probably be worth about $7,000. And this long trade open will probably still have maybe like $1,000 in profit in. So either I lose, it's a win-win situation for me. If I lose $700 getting stopped out, I'm still up $7 grand. If we dump, I'm actually going to end up making more money because I've just made $7 grand on the way down and still have the long trade open. Right? So then I could make the decision to compound the long trade. I could take profits out of the short, compound the long. That's the deal right now. This is why I am doing what I'm doing here. But let's take a look back at order flow again. All right. Let's take a look back at the order flow again. Because we are starting to see some interesting things happen here. Let me pull it up for you guys. Let me pull it up for you guys. Aaron G still feels 18. Yeah, I still feel the same as I did when I'm 18. Like, mentally I feel much different, but physically I kind of feel... I actually feel better now than I did when I was 18. Alright. Yeah, there's really not much going on here. It's very slow. It's lunchtime for New York. We might have to wait an hour before a big move. We're at daily open right now. Previous day equilibrium kind of holding as support. Yeah, I'm stronger now than I was when I was 18. I'm more jacked than I was when I was 18. I'm 34. I'm more jacked. I'm stronger. I'm leaner than I was at 18. I'm definitely healthier. Life is way better now than it was when I was 18. But, but as far, you know, when you're younger, you always feel like when you're old, you'll have some kind of big mindset shift. Like my daughter, when she's scared to do something, she says, no, I'll do it when I'm 7. Because she thinks that something's just going to click when she's 7, and she'll get over that fear automatically just for being 7. I used to think life was like that, where all of a sudden you like snap into being like a responsible adult. But it turns out that's not the case, right? Turns out you kind of have to force that. You kind of have to force that responsible adult nonsense. And it is a pretty scary thought to realize, you know, being a father and everything, that you're the only hope of a responsible adult your kid's gonna have, and it's either you or nobody. That's a pretty hefty responsibility right there. J-Boy Bullish would whoop the 18-year-old me down the block. Preparing for war feels better at 43 than he did at the peak of his fight career. Wow. Why is that preparing for war? Is it because you were so hard on your body during training and stuff like that? Or is it because you were young and reckless? Yeah, Poog26 always thought you would just switch into adult mode, but that never came. And yeah, it never came for me either. And it was worse for me too, because I never went to college. I didn't even graduate high school, so like, you know, and neither did any of my friends. I was a musician, so I was in a band, like, on tour, which, like, perpetuates your being young and immature. And, so I didn't have this thing in life where, all right, now I'm an adult. Like, I never started a career. You know, I never got, like, a real job. I never went to college. I never graduated high school. You know, just some stupid punk kid with a backwards hat and a tank top, you know, and here I am still. You undercut yourself in the gym preparing for war? Interesting. Did I have fear of having a child for not being financially stable? I never had that fear, but you know, I'm of the mindset that the Lord will provide. Like, that's my mindset. That's been my mindset since I literally had nothing except my 1993 Jeep Cherokee with no back windshield. You know, the Lord spoke to me very clearly one day when I was in that Jeep, and he said, Jason, this is exactly how he sounded too, just kidding. He said, look, if you put me first in your life, you won't ever have to worry about anything, and you'll have everything you need. Oh, this is you. Oh, he's here. All right, guys, I gotta go. Yeah, God bless you. I'm sorry, guys, I gotta go. God bless you all in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. May you and your family be super blessed. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.